G'day guys, I Spy JD here from the JD Clan, and we are bringing you episode 7 of Reconnecting to Party, our weekly podcast where we talk about gaming and gadget news and other interesting shenanigans. This week we have with us the co-founder of the JD Clan, Mr. Middle. G'day there,
What's up,
Middle.
guys?
We also have
Hey, Jace.
Dan the Great. He's got a new alias this week. We got Dan the Great, otherwise known as Big Dan, Kangaroo Dan, Jew,
Everything.
Jew98, Danny 08.
the biggest alias slut.
Yeah.
Our local gadget knowledge boss, we have Dexterous97.
Hello.
And
With the new
always,
new camera.
last but not least,
Yeah.
Macca Man.
Why do you
It's
always
only
do
'cause
that?
I saved the best to last. That's
Because
why.
he's on the
Oh,
right.
Because I know he loves it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Love
What
it.
have you been doing in game, Macca?
Nothing. Oh, no. I started Bioshock.
Oh,
The-
Bioshock 1, hey.
The original.
Yeah, Bioshock 1.
How
Yeah.
far are you through that?
Not far. I played like the first 3 or 4 missions. So about an hour in.
What's happened? Is it crazy yet?
Yeah. Oh, the start scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I know.
With that crazy chick, and I was like walking, I was like creeping. I'm like, oh my god, where the fuck is she? I
Like,
was shitting myself.
the first one is so much more scary.
Oh, I remember when I first played that
You
game.
have nothing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
she's gonna fuck me up.
It's even worse when you pick up a wrench, and now you're like, well, now I have something, so now I can fight, and it's a fucking wrench. And like, this bitch has like ripped the door off your like tub or whatever.
First time I
Yeah,
played
she's-
that was in 2008. I downloaded the demo, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe late 2007. I was at Jew's place, and he was sitting there just like watching me play it, like shitting himself. I was just like, no, this game's right. And he was just sitting there like fucking under the rug shit, like, fuck off, I hate this shit.
Oh
It's
man,
hilarious.
I love that.
That type of stuff
Best
scares me.
Apparently he doesn't like that era. If he ever gets sent back to like the 30s and 40s, he'd be dead of fright.
to the front
Yeah.
from the music.
I think it's because I don't have internet. Then it just scares the shit out of me.
You can't Google whether or not something's real.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Google, imagine on GTA 5 you just whip out a phone and Google shit. And it actually
That'd
had
be
Google.
awesome.
Like, where do I
I'd be
need to go
Google
for this?
mine,
Just
man.
Google.
For what would you Google?
I don't know.
You'd Google
You
like
wouldn't have
cheat
to.
codes.
You wouldn't have to like leave the game. You just bring up Google on your game in the game. That'd be
And then
wicked.
you're like, how to spawn in a tank.
That'd be sick. Oh, nice looking nose there, Macca.
Thank you.
Alright, Dexterous, what have you been doing?
Shit all, as usual.
Actually, yeah, you've been dead this whole week, haven't you?
Yeah, where have you
Why
been?
have you been?
Well, because I'm part-time uni student now.
A
I do this,
12-year-old part-time uni student.
Are you like one
Thanks.
of those child prodigies?
No, it's like this student
But he was going to say yes.
Sheldon's long-lost twin.
Yeah, I'm just there for a semester, then I'm buggering off.
What are you even going to do?
IT, web design.
That's
Aren't you
kinda
at
cool, I
school
guess.
still though?
Yeah,
That's so weird.
So you're just doing. Why are you doing it?
YOLO.
Because he's pirate. It seems pretty legit, I guess. Uni's pretty expensive, though.
But
Getting
he's,
your,
I don't even know why you asked him. He's an Asian. Like, what is it? It's like a natural birthright to go to fucking uni.
to go to uni, like, before you even can go to uni.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like this thing. His dad just walks in. You doctor yet? No. Talking when you doctor.
you a doctor yet? No. Oh, that means you're a rocket scientist, right? No. Get out. Out of my fucking house.
Don't most rocket scientists have doctorates anyway?
Ooh, I don't know. That's
Dunno.
one for the Google.
Yeah.
Jew.
there you
What about
Yes.
you?
Yes. What have I been doing? God, I've been playing a bit of everything.
Yeah.
A bit of War Thunder this week. What else?
War Thunder.
What the hell's War Thunder?
You don't know War Thunder?
Is it
It's,
Warframe?
No one knows War Thunder. I know
No,
what it is.
it's like a giant, sort of massive multiplayer aerial combat game with like around the what is it? The World War II generation with their planes, and you can choose like which nation you want to go, and you get certain planes for which nation you go. Like you got the Nazis, you got
You get the Spitfires with the
yeah. If you go the British, you got the Spitfires. Yeah. Yeah, and it's quite detailed. Actually, they've got it all down to a T pretty much, and it's only in beta, but it's still pretty awesome.
Was it on Steam?
It's on Greenlight at the moment, but you can go to their website. It's like a Russian website or some bullshit.
Sweet. What else? What else?
What else? I've been playing Transport Tycoon with Jace.
Yeah, transport.
How many
Game is
hours have you
awesome.
sunk into that this week?
Well, we've only put in
Probably about 6, I think.
6 hours
It's
to
like the
8.
type of
I
game where you
reckon.
just play for.
You just
We
play.
we
and
normally
just
play at
and
night,
play.
right before I go to bed.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, we're all bored. What are we gonna do? Let's play some transport.
That game puts me to sleep.
I've been
Exactly.
craving that like all the time, but I've been holding off so I can play with Jace. But
Transport.
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
transport and like anything else because you just do something, then leave it for like an hour, and then like,
Yeah,
look back and
you
like, oh
might
yeah,
do
I'm a
other
billionaire.
things.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, if only the real world was like that, huh? Just
Yeah, but then
Retention.
everyone would be
Yeah.
billionaires, so it'd be pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
then
no one would be billionaires.
what else have I been doing?
Warframing?
everyone's
to be-
billionaire, so no
I
one's a
did a bit
billionaire.
of Warframe.
You know the quote from
I haven't checked out the new Warframe though on Warframe.
The Incredibles.
There's a new Warframe?
Yeah, I can't
Yo,
even
dog,
remember.
I heard you like
now.
Warframe, so I put a Warframe in your Warframe so you can play more Warframe.
You can play
Yeah.
Warframe with the Warframe. Yeah, what's his name? Vorban.
Vauban. Is that the
Vauban.
name?
Yeah, Vauban. Vorban.
I haven't checked it out, or I even didn't really get to know it.
What type of class is
There's
it?
stuff on Wiki.
I've come across him
Um,
tons, like, in game.
People buy it.
Yeah, people buy it. You can't like make him yet because you have to get all the components from alerts, which are like randomly generated.
Yeah,
Are they actually
Kinda
just
cool.
completely random?
yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
pretty
cool.
much.
But
you
yeah,
get 'em
Vorban.
from-
Yeah.
well, you get the blueprints from alerts with a random reward, so
Yeah.
you might get the blueprints. You
Oh,
might
so
not.
there's
You
not
have-
like any dedicated ones.
Oh yeah, if you got the app.
If you got the app, you
You
can
can
tell what the alert is, which is
Yeah.
what I do. So I don't go. to
Jace
those-
didn't tell me that. He kept it a secret, but I found out.
I don't have an Android, so I don't know this app.
Well, it's pretty sick. Yeah. Instead of just a question mark, it tells you what you get, so you don't waste time going and getting pistol scavengers and things like that.
Yeah, that shit.
And yeah, it got me out of bed the other day. I couldn't get up from my alarm, but I checked my Warframe and it said there was a glaive alert, and I was like out of bed in the instant, like on my computer. Gotta get the freaking glaive. And,
Unbelievable.
I actually did it. I've got on my transformer, I've got a program so I can kind of like TeamViewer, so I can control my computer at home. And I was in a lecture the other day, and it said there was an Orokin reactor alert, which is like really rare. And so I like booted it up, and I was playing on my tablet. And I was like playing Warframe from my tablet. It was so laggy. I just like let my team carry me so I could get an Orokin reactor.
Oh,
Hell.
It was pretty epic.
That's
I
how
was
you know
like-
you're addicted.
I was
Oh,
like in
yeah.
a lecture. Good game.
That's
It's a good game.
that's a problem. You have a serious problem.
You need to buy
Warframe
that
Anonymous.
Razer tablet, a gaming tablet, so when you're
Yeah.
But yeah. Vauban is a trap class Warframe, so you just like set like electric traps or jumping traps. It's actually a really weird one, that one. They like walk over it and they get launched into the air and stuff like that. But I reckon his moves look hella annoying. They just like fill up the screen with bright lights. It's like,
You wait till you play with
Okay.
Bloom on, you'll be blinded.
yeah.
Oh, well,
Who have I
me-
missed?
me in game. What have I done? Yeah, transport with Jew playing on the Aussie map. Me and Macca made. It's a pretty sick map, Macca. We're raping it. Anyway, played quite a bit of Diablo, just buying shit on the auction house and running some runs to get some
You
cash.
weren't buying shit in the auction house, wasn't it down this week?
No, that
Or
was
that
last
last
week.
Ah.
That was the week we missed. Sorry about missing a week, everyone, but we had issues.
Our recording, we actually didn't miss the week. We did it. We spent our full amount of time doing it. And it's just that.
If anything,
everyone's
we actually
recording's
spent
fucked
longer
up.
doing it, that one.
Yeah, that took
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 hours that time.
Just to set up, man.
But my vids were screwed, Jimmy's vids didn't exist, and Candace vid had Candace not being in vid the whole time.
She kept like looking at her desktop and things.
Um,
So
Yeah, oh, we also did a bit of COD, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Mm.
recorded the live com sessions.
Played some COD. I've played a shit ton of Mortal Kombat last night. The game's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
got the bruised thumbs. You're gonna start building up them calluses.
Oh yeah, this one's fucked. It's cause the your numpad things. There we go. They're just like rough. Everything else is smooth. They're rough, and your
Oh, you
fingers are
actually
just
use those?
mashing. Oh, yeah. Because when I use this, my
That's black.
because of COD, I'm just used to always slightly pushing forwards. So every 5
Mhm.
seconds, I'm just jumping. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to jump. But so I use the pad. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. What else have I done? I don't know. That's about it.
Did I ask Dex? Oh no, I have. Yep.
What? Yeah.
It's on you, Jimmy.
Oh, I already talked a lot about Warframe. I did Warframe and COD as usual, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's unusual to be playing COD actually. But yeah, I unlocked Ash, which Jace is probably jealous about. And I've been using that. It's pretty sick.
I don't
I
really
also
play
got
anymore,
Vault
so I'm
level
not really
30.
that. Is Ash any good?
Pretty good. It's meant to be all about the melee, so you can like teleport to people and use your knife and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that good for that. But its ultimate move looks so cool, like just teleporting and stabbing people in the back and then teleporting to the next one. That's really
Mm.
cool. And the shuriken thing does a ton of damage. Like I've got that at the moment. I think max leveled, and it does like 1,200 damage just per shuriken. It's only 25 energy, so that's hectic.
Yeah. So it's like the Excalibur
But yeah,
sprint thing, which does a ton of damage for cheap.
yeah. But you've got to aim it correctly. Like with Volt, it had like a similar move, but you just kind of put it in the general direction, and it zaps everyone for a little bit of damage and stuns them. Whereas this
Yeah,
one like kills
sweet.
the fuck out of one person. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Interesting.
And yeah, we've also got the Black Ops live comms coming up. I think episode 1 went up today, so
Yep.
go check them out because they are good. We're showing off the class, the kill streak, score streak,
The spammer.
class that we love. Calling like care packages on care packages. Sick.
On care packages.
Okay. We should make a little stack. One game, mid game, we should just like make a stack of care packages. That'd be awesome. Middle, you're muted.
Who's muted?
I don't know. So let's move on to the next section then. Gaming news, which is you, Middle. So hopefully
Sweet.
you're unmuted. You are.
Yeah. All right. It's a few different. It's mainly a bit more gaming news. None of that random news this week. There's a new game being created. It's more of a simulation, an extreme off-road simulation game thing. Looks kind of cool. I don't really see why you'd play it for more than like 5 minutes, but it's in Kickstarter anyway. And it's by Uvi Game Studios, so that looks pretty cool. Yeah, whatever. Don't really
I've never
care.
been a fan of racing game.
Sim game. You have to like. The only way sim games are ever fun is like that stupid farm sim that everyone likes. Is when you play it with your mates and you just do
Yeah.
stupid shit.
You just screw around, yeah.
Apart from that, they'd be
I haven't even
boring.
played that yet.
I played a little bit by
And, like,
myself and got
find-
bored.
And you find funny like physics glitches and stuff.
Yeah.
Just, like, yeah.
For those
That's the only
who,
time they're fun.
Elder Scrolls Online has just released a really interesting vid. Pretty much just showing off what most people have been wanting to find out about. about how interactive the MMO will be compared to a single player game. Single player games interactivity is easy because whatever you do stays there for the rest of your game, and doesn't affect anyone else. But in an MMO stand, you've got if you pick up a plate off a table and walk off with it, does that mean it's gone for everyone or what? So they've got a video out at the moment just showing how it's very, very similar to Skyrim. You can just collect everything, but most things you collect are from crates and sacks and barrels and stuff. So you don't actually see what you're collecting. You just go up to them, open them, take the shit, and then it's just for you. So then you'll come back and say 24 hours or whatever, it'll respawn. I'm not sure what it's gonna do. Anyway, they've also got fishing in there, and they've got a few other things. So it's quite interesting.
Turn into like RuneScape.
No, this thing's gonna be very, very, very different to RuneScape.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be
You fish in RuneScape, so therefore they're similar.
yeah.
You fish in real life as well.
Yeah, you fish in
No,
real
you don't.
life. Oh,
No,
nah, not really.
you don't.
It's going to turn into real life
If
for
you're
me
fine.
when it comes out anyway.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, oh, I gotta go work. All right, let's go kill something for cash. Anyway,
Get up early to go fishing.
GTA 5 has released a few more screenshots. Or Rockstar, who makes it. They look fucking sick. I'll put these up on the thing. We've got a picture of a really nice looking, what looks like a Mustang. Meh. He's got a dude on a dirt bike, and the dirt bike looks so realistic. The cool thing about these pictures is they're all in the they're not in the cities. They're all in the countryside, which is what I really hated about GTA 4. I don't like the city ones. I like San Andreas, how you have just freedom to of this whole state pretty much, and that's what they're showing in this picture. They've also got a picture of a dude scuba diving with one of those new propeller motor thingies.
Ah, yep.
So it looks like you might have underwater missions and shit in this as well.
submarine things.
So that looks pretty sick. They've also just got another one on a bike with a pretty sick helmet. So you might be getting helmets and stuff. Nintendo have released a video yesterday on the 17th about their upcoming games for the Wii U, and it's looking very not promising. Alright,
Really?
so this is from actual Nintendo themselves. So their
Yep.
big upcoming titles for the next 12 months, or at least until the end
Yep.
of this year, is Mario and Sonic on the Wii U,
You can, yep.
Game and Wario on the Wii U, Resident Evil Revelations, which I'm sure's been out already,
That's not already. Yeah, that's a DS game, isn't it?
New Super Luigi U, and Pikmin 3. So they're
It's
there.
always the same shit.
It is. It's Luigi,
Oh my God.
Wario, Mario, Resident Evil, and Pikmin.
I was
That's-
actually going to think. I thought that they're just going to redo the Mario game again and then just put it.
They
on
pretty
there,
much
like
did.
they've
Except,
done a million times.
one bit of news I did
Super Mario
hear
Bros.
about is
Wii U.
every Sonic game from now on is coming out exclusive to the Wii U. I'm not sure if Nintendo own the rights to that or if it's just Sega's decided that they want to team up with them, or just because I don't even think Sega exists anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
All they do is all that Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games every 4
Pointing
years.
at the wrong screen again.
That
Extra.
Resident Evil Revelations or whatever it's called.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's on Steam as well.
Yeah, I think it came out like ages ago.
Yeah, and it didn't actually reveal anything.
That's weird. EA is bringing out a new MOBA, which is like LOL and Dota 2. And apparently they're making it held different somehow. But it
Okay.
looks pretty much exactly the same. And it's called Dawngate. Cool. Not that interesting.
Didn't you say? I don't know if you're getting to it about EA pulling their internet thing or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, two other bits of news for EA. EA has flat out, or has stated that they are flat out refusing to develop or bring out any games on the Wii U platform. So no EA games on there. And they have decided from customer feedback and stuff that they're pulling their their online pass thing. So I'm pretty sure EA was the first company to bring out the online pass, which is where
Yeah.
if you buy a second-hand multiplayer game, or
Yeah,
any
pay for
game,
it,
you have to pay $10 or whatever to unlock the multiplayer part of it.
Did you read the reason for it as well? They were like, with this, we could bring you the full user experience or something. It's like, awesome. Putting a code will give me all the experiences. It was just some stupid shit.
Something that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Battlefield 3.
No,
didn't
the
it?
reason for that is
Mhm.
that pre-sale second-hand games, when you buy them and jump on multiplayer, the company doesn't get the money, so then they don't have
And
the
they still have
funding
to
from
spend
that
money
to
on the
pay
multiplayer.
for the servers and stuff like that. That was their thing, but the reason they're taking it down, they say, is because of consumer feedback, and they don't think that it's working how they wanted it to. So rather
I
than,
actually reckon it was a good idea.
but I think the main reason they're taking it down is so that they're not the most hated company for 3 years in a row.
Poor
They're trying
Warey.
they're
You're
trying
right.
to get in their foot in the door of the good
Because
door.
they have to fund the servers and shit. They have to pay their employees. So I reckon it was a good idea having online passes and shit.
Yeah,
Like
but
$10 extra. I was like,
yeah, it's not too bad an idea, but it also
like you buy a
stops
pre-owned
people
game for
playing.
what, $20? Buy a pre-owned game for $20 and buy the pass for like $10. That's $40. That's still what, $30 cheaper than brand new.
Mm. It wasn't that bad compared to like the always online things. I think it compared to all the always online shit, the $10 thing was nothing. It's like, well, $10 to play a game that I bought for 20. But then the whole idea of pre-owned out the water, because the pre-owned games generally only $10 cheaper anyway.
Mm.
So then you pay that multiplayer
Yeah,
fee.
games aren't. And then you might as well just buy it brand new.
Yeah.
Which is probably smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to Dota. Dota 2 International Tournament. I think this is their second one. The prize pool for it is $2,020,000.
You should have let us guess it.
$2
That would have been
million.
fun. $2 million for winning Dota. Is that a team thing?
Yeah,
Dota-
that's bigger
Dota's
than
definitely
League, isn't it? League was $1 million last year or this year.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm retarded. Sorry.
COD's got the million.
And so does League of Legends.
What
I
is
think it's only-
StarCraft is huge though. I think StarCraft is more than that.
I think StarCraft
go
started
look up.
getting lower because of LoL and Dota 2 are like taking the market.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly look up GSL prize money.
Dota 2 out of beta.
I don't know.
Pretty sure it is.
It has to be if they're having this thing on it. Anyway, it's only a $10 entry fee. So obviously there's just a shit ton
Also,
of people
anyone can
joining.
enter.
Anyone can enter a $10 entry fee. And it's 5-on-5 team skirmishes
That's
on
great.
large battlefields. Anyway,
Imagine if you were like
Wait, is this on Battlefield?
no, this is on
$10
Dota 2.
What the fuck's Dota 2?
Someone else
It's
explain
essentially
it.
League of Legends.
Someone explain that.
Sort of Legion. We should.
But
Play
Dota
it
was
then.
around before
Let's join in.
before LoL.
Dota was the
Yeah.
original one. That was like Dota was the genre, and then they created League of Legends and stuff like that. And I think Valve bought the Dota rights, so they couldn't use Dota as the name for the genre, so they had to change it and they called it MOBA. Can't remember what it stands for though.
But from what I understand, Dota's more complicated than League.
Yeah,
know.
Do you wanna
Dota
join
originally
first,
started
okay?
as a mod for Warcraft 3.
What mod for
yeah,
what?
Warcraft 3.
Warcraft.
Uh,
Everything starts as a mod. Probably StarCraft.
Oh, a lot of good stuff does. StarCraft.
I don't think StarCraft did. StarCraft was a standalone game. As far as I'm aware.
Might be. I think
Tower
StarCraft was
Defense.
like StarCraft, the
Tower
original
Defense
one.
came from that, didn't it?
Tower Defense came from StarCraft.
No, Tower Defense came from Warcraft.
Well,
think.
most likely. Warcraft 2, though, probably. Still on the topic of EA,
Yep.
SimCity, they're getting an expansion soon.
Oh, really? Is it going to work?
Oh, I hope so.
That's big.
Probably standalone.
It's theme parks. So yeah, apparently you can put theme parks into your game now.
It'll be like $30 for theme parks.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's about it, really. And last bit of news, Scribblenauts. Has anyone heard of Scribblenauts before?
Yeah, I love Scribblenauts. It's awesome.
All right. Anyway, they're bringing out a game called Scribblenauts Unmasked, a DC comic adventure. It's for PC, 3DS, Wii U. Oh, that's shit. Why wasn't the Vita on there? Anyway, have a guess about what it is.
Wait, it's what?
A DC comic adventure.
That's the game how you like draw shit and or no, that's drawn to life. Don't worry.
No,
No.
you write things and
And it comes up, yeah, you put a noun in and it comes up with like a thing for it.
That's all.
Anyway, so Scribblenauts Unmasked, a DC comic adventure, is a game that has every single DC comic hero. I think it's just
Every
the
one
heroes.
of them.
Every single, and villains, every single one. So it's got like all 33 different types of Batmans, all 130 different Green Lanterns.
Oh, really?
So it's got
What?
every single DC comic hero and villain in it, and every different stage and different, whatever. So I
So
don't
they
know
got the
what.
Batman from when he used to use guns.
Yeah, apparently.
The grappling hook.
Imagine playing like one game where it's just all 33 people are the different types of Batmans.
But it's not a
Psycho.
multiplayer thing, is it?
I don't know. Apparently, let's have a look. They've got like 30 characters on screen at once, so it might be.
Unless they just spawn them all in. If it's anything like Scribblenauts, it was just like a single player thing. It's just how you solve your puzzles was
Maybe.
like the playing.
Words
not-
suck.
Huh?
What did we say? Yeah, looks interesting. So yeah, that's about all for. Don't know. I'm lost.
That was weird. That's all for
I'm
gaming
lost
news, is
too.
it?
All for gaming news this week.
Yeah. Alright, that means Dex is up next. Dex, who is scared of looking at a camera. Gadget news, go.
Well, I read somewhere that a hacker who was in prison actually made something to, well, counter what actually put him in prison. Well, what he did was he made a little attachment thing that you can put on ATMs that
Oh,
makes it so you can put your card in like sideways instead of how you normally put it in.
Mm.
It basically combats all the skimmers that scammers use.
All right.
Because, well, they read the card because it goes in and it's like, oh, yep. And so this one, with it going in sideways, it can't do that anymore.
Really? So they just had to change the angle.
It's harder doing it like that, though.
What is?
Making it go in sideways, though, because if you put it in, like, normally, it's like swiping instead of,
So
Putting
it can
in,
go
like, you know-
both ways?
Alright.
no, just sideways with this thing.
Like
Because you know
how
how,
does
like,
it
on
how does
those,
it change it?
Because those scamming devices, right, when you slide your card in, it reads it as it goes in, right?
Yeah,
Like
it reads the
magnetic
magnetic strip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
So-
it goes in sideways, it can't do that.
Yeah. So all they'd have to do
Why don't
is
they
what?
change?
Just turn the fucking thing on the ATM around,
Yeah, you have to-
or
move the
but
snap.
then
but
they could
the
just.
whole thing relies on, like, you pushing your card in so that it can read, like,
So how
one
does
bit
it go
and
in
then it's
sideways?
it's like the whole reason why a CD spins.
What do you mean? What do you mean sideways?
optical card
Like
or something.
do I have a card here? No, I just use my fucking phone. So instead of like
Like that.
instead of putting it in like that, you put it in like that.
Oh, what? Do it again. I missed it.
Instead of like
Is that what-
inserting it that way, so it like runs along the strip, like along the strip here. You turn it on
Yeah.
the side and just put it in like that, and then it reads the strip. Or
Pretty
you
much.
put it like
That
that.
doesn't seem that fucking complicated.
Not really.
I thought
This is
you
very
do
complicated.
this, or you do this. Like, I thought that's the same thing.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
what it
if you
does
if
is,
you
like,
if
I
you
forgot-
changed it
I
from
forgot
that to
one.
that,
I
all you'd
forgot
have
the
to do is
biggest
change
essential
the.
part. It's like you put your card in sideways and then it rotates it.
Oh,
Yeah, so you put it in like that,
That's
and
a
then it
game changer.
rotates it and puts it into the machine for you.
Why would
No,
it
no, you
rotate?
put it in
Couldn't they
and then
just
it
have
rotates.
couldn't they just turn the scanner thing to scan it itself instead of having the whole card fucking rotate?
No, because the way that magnetic strip work is you have to actually run it along the stripe.
That's why,
You
like,
don't- you don't
know
just-
how when
you don't
make
just
a
read
purchase
the
on FBOS,
stripe.
you swipe it.
You don't just
Yeah.
read the
That's
stripe.
what I
You
mean.
actually have
That's
to
what I mean.
swipe
And
the
but they
thing.
can't just turn the actual swipe thing and make it run along it instead of turning the whole card, which seems more
That
complicated.
costs more money. You have to make something that moves.
You have to make something that moves the turn.
No, we're talking about the
The scammers have to
the
make the thing
scammers
that-
have to make something. Because if you put the card in like this, the scammers attach something to the outside of the device. They can't get into it because I have to service ATMs, they're in like a vault or in like a locked room inside the actual.
Yeah, that's the whole.
bank.
That's like this.
So you
how
can't
this whole
get
thing works.
you can't get into the ATM to put a scanner in there. They just have a scanner on the outside. So when you put your card in, it reads the magnetic strip off that, and then the actual ATM reads the magnetic strip. So doing it this way is it actually goes into the machine like that. So there's no movement of this magnetic strip being seen, like
I
because
get
you're reading
that.
it from the side.
And
So-
then once it's inside the ATM turns the card.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
Yes.
puts it into the thing.
That's what I'm
Then
saying. Why
scans
can't
it.
they just have a thing inside it that just runs along the magnetic strip
How are you
instead of
gonna-
having
How are you gonna
Wait,
do?
who
No,
are you
yeah,
saying
I-
they? The ATM people?
the
or
ATM? No, not the fucking people. The ATM.
Yeah. Instead of putting it in and then rotating, pushing it in one, they just put it in and then just have something internal that will read it for them. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Instead of
Yeah.
having a whole complicated thing. That's
They
gotta
probably
turn
will, but the problem with
Well,
ATMs
this is just an attachment. This is just an attachment to combat it for the ATMs as of now.
yeah, because ATMs are ridiculously expensive, psychically outdated. Like they actually just have
Yeah.
ATMs just are running a computer. They've got just a normal PC box in there with a few different peripheral attachments, and they're like Windows X, like year 2000 kind of computers. They're really, really, really shit. And every part for that ATM is specifically made, and they don't like replace parts. When a part breaks, they don't replace it with a new part. They just give you another part that's been fixed. Take the dodgy one off, fix that, and then give that back to you next time your part breaks. And it's just this constant cycle of repairing. They don't actually make new parts for them. And yeah, ATMs
Cheap
are just
bastards.
yeah, ATMs are
The ironic
ridiculous.
side of this.
Like we had to replace an entire ATM down here because one died, and the one they sent down to us had been sitting in storage for 7 years. Came down, like this is supposed to be a brand new one. Came down and it was older than the one we took out, and got it all up and working. And then it just within a week, like the pick failed on it, the card pickup failed on it, so we had to change that. Then the actual money pickups failed, so we had to change them out. Then the depository box failed, which is where you put your envelopes full of cash in. That failed.
Do you get the cheap
ATMs are
envelopes?
fucking
I've never actually
shit.
deposited anything to an ATM. Is it you put it in an envelope, do you?
Yeah, you say you want
Yeah.
to deposit it, prints sticks out an envelope, you put your shit in there, and then you put it back
Oh,
in.
he sticks out an envelope, right? I thought like you put in an envelope of money, right? I get you.
It sticks out an envelope, you put your money in it, and then you put the envelope back in the machine.
Yeah, into a deposit
like,
machine, and you
prints
tell it
and
on
it-
screen how much you put in there, and then at the
But
end
does
of
it
the
actually check how much you put it in?
no, they
you-
manually
you
check
can-
it.
Oh.
They'll
And
go
if you
through.
lie,
They'll go through and count it all and be like, oh yep, and then when it doesn't balance up with how much is supposed to be in there, they'll go back through and check which one doesn't add up to what it's supposed to be.
But yeah, the ironic side to this thing is the guy who made it got put in jail because he was helping a criminal organization actually make this skimmer things.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like Catch Me If You Can. It's the pros get caught and then go to work because they know how to do it. They can combat it. It's awesome.
I feel like watching Catch Me If You Can now,
Yeah, so-
just because you mentioned it. Also, I just found out it's $50,000 US dollars for winning GSL, but they do hold that like I don't know, like 6 times a year.
yeah, that's the thing. Like the Dota 2, it's a $2 million prize pool, but I'm not sure how that's separated.
Okay. Well,
Because
that's
there's
just the champion is
yeah,
50,000.
because there's 5 on a team, so that would be split at least 5 times. But then I'm sure there'd be runner-ups prizes as well. So who knows
Yeah,
what
true.
it's split up into.
Wait, Jace, we should form a team because I want to win some money.
It seems pretty easy.
they usually
Yeah,
go
man,
off,
no
and
problem.
like the top team usually wins around $1 million for those. Like I remember because on LoL it was like that.
They could have like region-based things as well. Like it
Fine.
could be just $2 million worldwide.
You'd still get trashed by people
But
in this
then,
region.
but then each region would be separate. I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm just saying like they'd have to do regions just because of lag and shit.
Oh,
Oh no, a lot of the big ones, like
LAN.
towards the end, the big
Oh,
ones,
yeah,
they
the big
usually
LAN.
fly you out. Yeah.
Yeah, to a big land center.
Dex, any more gadget news?
That's all from me.
Nothing about the Google I/O.
I didn't watch it, man. I don't have much info on it.
Oh, that's disappointing, bro.
Mm.
Little, do you know anything about it?
Okay, so Google had this conference called I/O or I/O, which is just your on-off switch.
Oh.
And it was just all about Google for the next year. They didn't seem to talk much about Google Glass though, so not that I noticed.
Bummer.
But things I did notice, you guys might have noticed other things because I only read quickly. Google Hangout, or the whole Google Plus actually has been changed around a bit. So they're kind of doing permanent calls, so you can set up a permanent hangout with people, and rather than having every time you go on there to set up a new hangout with the same people, it just stays there in the chat, and you can just pick it up whenever and just call people and chat.
I don't understand Google Plus. Like every time I get things from people that I'm not like following or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, and like they're not even in your circles. You have no relation to them at all.
You get like these random things pop up, and then like you can follow anyone, and you don't know like if they're your friend or not, or.
I don't really understand because they're not trying to replace Facebook. That was never their target. Their target was like some weird hybrid-y thing, and it's not quite there because it's in this weird limbo-y state where no one really.
I don't understand, and I'm probably not the.
But they're doing a lot of changes to it to try and get it. But like Google's bringing out a new, some sort of new like search-based thing. So they're trying to replace their standard Google on the white page with like a info page where you go to it and it has all the info you kind of need on the one page for you.
Oh, so like Google homepage, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're trying to make Google homepage, but make it like
so it's gonna
the
look like
only
the Bing.
search engine. No, Bing's just a picture. It's fucking useless. Google are actually trying to make it useful.
Bing is awesome.
What is Bing?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's the retard's version of fucking search engine.
It's like using Internet Explorer. Stupid. The only other thing I got out of that Google conference is they are trying to make a Google gaming place, kind of like PlayStation Network and Xbox on Xbox Live or games for Windows Live. So they're trying to make like a center you go to, and that's where you buy all your games at. Like you don't get them just off the store. You actually go into this game, whatever it is, and then buy all your games through there. And they link to each other, kind of like Steam. So you have friends, and you can just jump in and out of games. And they're making it cross-platform, so it's not just being made for Android devices. It's also going to be on iPhones and iPads, iPod Touches. Most likely end up on the Windows platform and probably on the Mozilla platform as well, which no one really.
So what? I don't know. There's a Mozilla platform.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of there.
No
one really cares about it.
Mozilla.
That's all I got from there. I think you found out something, didn't you?
No. They were adding like Hangouts to Gmail somehow, but I didn't really read about that. No, I didn't really get anything about it. But yeah.
But you, Dex, did you
It's
pick
all
up
good.
anything? Maybe on like the future of Android or something? He's just doing something weird with his mouth.
What is he doing? I think he's got us muted. What the hell, Dex?
What?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
We've just been talking to you, man. Do you know anything about the future of Android or anything they talked about Android? Because I didn't even
I
look at
can't
that.
say I do, but I did hear that they're bringing the Hangouts app to all three of those both those mobile platforms. It's gonna be like cross-platform messaging, so like Viber.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
Google?
So they might bring that into the
Pretty
whole
sure they
game
have-
thing as well. So like you can play games with your mates and then just be in a Google Hangout thing with them at the same time.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
All from your mobily.
That'd be cool.
Mobile.
Mobile.
Alright, Macca. Let's move on to some movie talk, eh?
Movies.
The last
Craving some
podcast
good
we recorded, did I talk about Iron Man, or was that the one before it?
That was the last one, I think.
That was the
The
last
one we recorded that we didn't put up, or?
No,
No,
the one we
the
put
last-
up because I had to edit in the
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
and Candy and I hadn't seen it
Oh
yet.
yeah, okay. Well, I've went and seen Star Trek
Oh, yeah.
this week. Yep. I believe Jace, you went as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it like the second day after it came out. It's better than the first one, in my opinion, but
Yep.
the way they've got the trailer and the way the actual movie runs is very different to how I expected.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not a spoiler or anything, but the guy, the main villain in the thing where everyone knows is that Sherlock Holmes actor.
That's
Benedict
like the main
Cumberbatch.
reason I want to see this.
In the
is for
trailer,
him.
is like, it's really pushing that he's in this movie, that he's the big bad guy, because if you're a Star Trek fan, I suppose you know what his actual name is, and that he's like
Yeah.
the ultimate villain ever. And he's like,
Yep.
yeah, psycho, and they seem to like be pushing that it's all about him in the Star Trek
Yeah,
thing,
that's what I
but in the
thought.
actual movie,
He seems secondary. He
yeah,
does
like,
really seem secondary to the overall
you barely
plot.
see him at the start. Then like when they first introduce him to you, they have like one cool scene with him, and then it's just like boring talking for ages until right near the end, yeah.
Out of the 2-hour runtime, I'd say he was in it for about a half an hour.
Yeah.
Not even.
That's pretty sad. Like that's the main reason I want to go see it.
And
is for
like
him.
only half of that was where he was actually being a badass.
Doing
The other half of that he's just talking. And he
Yeah.
seemed like for this badass who knows everything that's happening, he doesn't seem to really know what's happening. It's weird. it's really weird. He's supposed to,
But once he knows, watch out.
yeah, but yeah, we'll just leave you with that because it's got a cool little twist to it.
Okay.
I
Just spoiled the whole
saw
movie.
on last Monday, that weird zombie movie where the zombie dude turns back into a human or whatever.
Warm bodies.
Oh, yeah. I
Warm
actually
bodies.
heard that's good.
I didn't like. I have friends with someone at the cinemas, and where cinemas aren't actually open on Monday, but he's like, look, we're losing it on Thursday. So do you want to watch it? Because I want to watch it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll come along. So we got free movies, free drinks, free
Private
popcorn
screening.
and everything. Private screening. Went in there.
Did
They
you run
had
the popcorn machine?
yeah.
That takes like ages to start up, and then
He had.
clean.
They've got a new amp there as well, and it's got AirPlay. So we were just chilling in the cinema, listening to some Bangarang off the iPhone. Waiting
Oh,
for
so it
the
was
movie
just
to
you
start.
there?
Yeah, it was just me, him, and his mate from I don't know where. So we were just watching it,
Yeah.
and that movie is hilarious.
Is
It's
it?
like-
Yeah, because I'd seen it and thought it was like Twilight shit, but I've heard
It's weird
good,
how they
so-
do it because like it's kind of narrated by him because he's a zombie. He can't actually talk, so like you hear what he's thinking all the time, and it's done really well because usually they fuck them up in movies, and they're the funny bits. Like what he's thinking is hilarious. The actual movie itself is kind of it gets pretty serious and romantic and all sorts of stuff like that. But the
Yeah.
whole way through, there's always these little moments where you go back into his thoughts and then you just piss yourself laughing. It's brilliant. So yeah, if
Maybe
you
I'll
haven't
watch
seen
that
it, I
one.
recommend watching Warm Bodies.
What other movies did I watch?
What
I've
about
seen
things that are coming out? Have you looked at trailers?
No, there's not really that much coming out in trailers wise because most of them are already out because America's coming towards summer now. So all the trailers that were coming out for the summer movies have been out for over a month.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep. So what else?
But
is
yeah,
there?
I've seen a few movies. I saw The Factory.
Haven't heard of it.
John Cusack and the chick that plays Deborah Morgan from Dexter. About a guy who kidnaps women. Not very good. Reunion Kenshi, seen that? You know that anime, Jimmy?
I can't say I do.
What do you mean
think it
there's
says
no
like that.
movies coming out? Are you kidding me?
No trailers. Most of the trailers are
Oh.
already out because of all the movies that are going to be coming out soon.
True.
So
What
the trailers have been out.
what movies
for
are
a
coming
while.
out soon?
Now You See Me. Oh,
Fast and
what
Furious
else?
6,
Fast and Furious 6. There's quite a few.
Hangover Part 3. Oh, didn't know that was
Yeah.
coming out.
Oh yeah, the final one.
Yeah.
Epic,
What
which
was
looks like another kind of
Epic
like
looks
that
good.
Tangled movie by Disney.
Oh, wait, you got Pacific Rim. Oh, here's a trailer that just dropped. Just remember the Riddick trailer. Just dropped.
Oh, is that? I haven't seen it, but like I heard people saying it's kind of like a retake on the original, or something.
Yeah, what I've seen of the trailer. Yeah, it's pretty much like because got a bigger budget and better graphics around. Mm.
Was
Yeah.
I the only one that?
Nah, he dropped out
it's
for
like
me
He
as well.
dropped out for me too.
Okay, I was like wondering if I was crazy.
What happened?
You dropped out
You were like,
like
"It's
right
kind of
when you were
like-"
explaining.
big blank, and then you like finish your sentence.
Yeah, then you finish with like a bigger budget.
Yeah.
And I
It's
will
like an
leave the
epic
rest to
cliffhanger.
be a mystery to you, viewers.
You can work it out.
1 month until Monsters University comes out. Yeah.
It is a retake of the old one, though.
Monsters University.
Yeah.
It's a new Pixar film.
It's Monsters Inc.
It's Monsters
Oh,
Inc. but at a uni.
The prequel. It's a prequel, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I
There's
like
like-
that movie.
Pixar's
There is
awesome.
another movie.
Did you,
that-
Daniel?
like a
That's
trailer.
cool.
Yes.
I got another trailer come out, but it's for a romantic movie, so I don't
Oh,
think.
say it
anybody
anyway.
actually
We
cares.
like romantic stuff.
Let's see.
Yeah,
What's
I
it called again?
Some of us here
Can't
have
remember what it's
girlfriends.
About Time.
About time.
Yeah, it's
That's
about a
fine.
guy
About
who can
time.
actually, once he reaches
I was
21 or
just thinking
something,
that too.
he can actually travel through time, and he keeps on going back in time and forward time to actually help this chick fall in love with him. So he's pretty much cheating. He
Oh, yeah.
fucks up. He goes back in time. He says
Oh,
the right
yeah,
thing,
that makes
has
that
sex with
sounds
her the first
interesting.
time. It's completely terrible. He goes back in time and then fucks her good and proper.
Oh,
And
yeah?
then, yeah, pretty much. And then his dad dies, so he goes back in time. But because he saved his dad, he never met the chick, so he goes back again. And
Lets his dad die.
So it's kind of like the butterfly effect, except a love story.
exactly. So, fuck it.
In the end, does he all die?
So
Like, do they
it's,
all
it's,
die?
it's a love story for the bitches, and it's like a pretty cool story for us too, Jimmy. We're good.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
you know what the time
I
traveling
don't-
is? He has to go into a
Yeah.
dark place, close his eyes, clench his fists, and think of where he wants to go.
Oh, really? Does he tap his shoes and say there's no
Yeah,
place like
pretty
home?
much.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
It's no place like home. No
So yeah,
place
that's what
like
he has to do.
home.
That's a little creepy right there.
That's meant to be, man.
You're
I'm a-
creepy enough as it is.
I'm a
I'm
creepy
starting
kind of
Anyone
guy.
play Transport Typhoon.
They piss me off.
What'd you say, transport? All I heard was
Anyone want to play
transport.
Transport?
Fuck yeah. Let's do this
No, I
shit.
want to
Get
play,
on there
play
now.
League play.
You want to what?
Play League play.
I gotta go in like
What are you
Half an
going
hour.
for, you prick?
Oh,
Going
okay.
out-
So,
going out for tea.
I want to play some Transport. How about some League? Oh no, I gotta go.
Yeah, good God.
transport takes like
Convenient.
2 seconds to get into and 2 seconds to get out of.
So does...
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Um, when are you getting back tonight? Wait, we're still in podcast, yeah.
I'll be getting back probably around 10. Smashed off my
'Cause we gotta-
face.
Oh, you're gonna be already smashed. Sweet.
Yeah,
Dungeon Land it is.
Dungeon Land it is.
Where are you going?
'Cause
I'm
I've got
going to
my,
the Goose.
I got this here. Oh, you're gonna be
Oh.
drinking cocktails, are you, buddy?
No. Ginger beer on tap, man. Alcoholic ginger beer
Don't
on
lie,
tap.
you're all about the
On
cock.
tap. Epic.
I don't like the tails with my cock, thanks.
What?
Don't
He
worry.
doesn't like his cocks to have tails.
Anyway, who's got
because they
the
get
would
up
you
on your
rather for
nose and
this
they make him
week?
choke and sneeze.
Would you rather... Alright, would you rather drink a cup of bushels
Yeah.
or... yep. Or a really
That's
nice
my answer.
coffee?
Oh.
Because I don't know a
Coffee.
nice coffee. I don't know any nice
Oh,
coffees.
freaking coffee. What's the one down at Esperance? The one on the thing?
Coffee Cat.
is it?
Alright, there we go.
That actually makes really nice coffee. I
They
was
make
like,
the best
it's actually-
coffees. Like, they're so good. But it takes like
It's
10
actually
years to get
one of-
anything. And you have to
yeah,
stand
it's
out in the
like
rain.
One of the best coffees I've ever had, and it's a freaking caravan shop.
Yeah, it's wicked. So yeah, would you rather have a really, really nice cup of coffee or a really, really nice cup of black tea
Tea.
with milk or without milk, your choice? Black tea or coffee?
Dex?
I've never had any.
You got?
What
You haven't
would
had
you
either?
rather?
Have you never had
Wait, you've
coffee?
never
Have you
tried
never
that?
had tea?
Are
No.
you Asian? You meant to have that for like a living.
Yeah, tea's like what keeps you living till 90
Hmm.
or 100.
What's
Or-
this
Uh,
question?
Would you
I
rather
wasn't
have
listening.
a really nice cup of coffee or a really nice cup of tea?
Cup of tea, nice green tea.
Ah, black tea. It's got to be black.
No, what do you
said
mean?
black.
It's a tea.
I
can
said
pick whatever
black tea.
I want.
I said black
Get
tea.
Fuck.
He did.
I did say black tea.
You
It
did
makes
say
it
black
harder for you
tea?
now, Micah.
Oh,
you did.
then I like black things, like my men.
You can have
Yeah.
black coffee if you want.
You can have black coffee.
Oh, then I'll have black coffee for sure, because that's how I have my coffee anyway, black coffee. I've
Really?
never had a black tea. I only like green teas.
Black tea's not too bad. black coffees are interestingly bitter.
No, I really don't like black coffees.
I'd
Although I
say
do
I'd
like,
go. I'd have to go with the coffee.
A really good coffee can be like amazingly
Amazing.
good, whereas
Like-
teas are always kind of standard.
Yeah, and
I
teas
don't
are
have,
like.
an amazing tea.
But like on average, I'd rather drink tea than coffee, because most coffees aren't that great.
Mm.
While you know what you're getting with a tea, but if it was like, the best coffee in the world, I'd definitely go with the coffee.
Here's a really weird would you rather. If you had a
Dexter's reading
daughter, would
shit.
you rather she had no friends or was a slut?
Yeah, I read that one. I'd rather she had no friends.
I like this one about the airplane one. You're in an air show, your plane's going down, it's going to crash. Would you rather crash by yourself and burn alive to death and be remembered as a hero, or crash into everyone and die instantly?
That one.
Crash into everyone, die
Crash into everyone.
instantly.
Really?
As long as your family
what
and
was the
friends
first
aren't in the
option?
crowd. If your family and friends aren't in the crowd, and you crash into everyone, you're going to be famous forever. Well, if you just
Fuck
jump
that.
out the plane and crash, you'll be like famous for like a day, and then they'll forget
I don't wanna
about you.
kill people. Imagine all like the follow-on effects you had by crashing your plane into a crowd of people.
You'll be
And
dead.
like your
Would-
friends and family will be
Here's
like
one.
known as the friends and family of the person that crashed his plane into
Yeah,
everyone.
would you rather, when you die, you go to the worst place imaginable, but all your loved ones are there for as
You're doing too many would you
Forever?
rathers.
Too many would you
Oh, yeah,
rather.
I know. You want a bunch of them, you can edit which one you want in. That,
No.
and you go to the worst place imaginable, and all your family's there, or you can sacrifice all your family.
It's not
and
all your
friends?
family's there. All your family lives for as long as they want.
No, this one.
No, you're reading it wrong. Read it.
Read it.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Read it.
Oh, it is. I like my one better. It sounded better. in
Where
my
the
head.
fuck did I find this?
Yeah, what?
just
You
put
got
that back
a
over there.
knife.
You
Jew.
stab yourself again with a knife.
Jew.
Jew, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Alright, slut or friendless?
Your daughter,
Right.
if you had a daughter.
Oh, if you had a daughter,
proud
is that what the
or-
question
Yeah,
was?
no, that's what it is. If you had a daughter, would you rather she had no friends or be a slut?
No friends.
Yeah, no friends.
Yeah, no friends. I don't want a little baby to take care of.
What if? Well, if she's a second option, then she can make money. If you know what I mean.
That's an
Like,
Asian
sell
answer, if
her.
ever.
Fucking hell, Dex. That's so bad.
Guess who's never having kids?
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm gonna like.
that's
the
why they
moment you
limit the
find-
Chinese to only one child.
like, more child, more money. Can sell.
They don't sell the first one off, but they sell the second one off.
You've never understood about the Chinese? They all want a son.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah, I want a son.
that's because the sons get stuff.
Would you
have to
rather
pay to
have
get rid of
a
a daughter
son-
or something.
Yeah, but I mean, no. But if you're gonna have one kid, why complain? Because if everyone ends up having a son, your entire race is gonna die.
Yeah, but the son's
that's-
preferable.
No, and that doesn't work in like human logic. Well, it works logically, but
What are we talking about?
people don't think as a whole. They don't have a holistic view on everything. They think only individualistically.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
That's
like they
right.
care. It's not like they're gonna die at any time soon.
Yeah.
Or
but
15
would you
billion.
rather? Would you rather a son or a daughter?
A daughter.
Daughter.
That way, when anytime she has problems when she's older, just throw it off to the mum.
Yeah.
'Cause she
I like
knows
that.
she went through it. She can tell you how it went.
No, hell want a son. I'm going to teach him how to play tennis.
Why you
teach
can't
him
teach a girl to play
daughter to
tennis?
play
You-
tennis.
No, fuck that. Girls can't play tennis. They're so annoying.
Because you don't want to hear your daughter making those orgasmic sounds when she's hitting the ball. You sick bastard.
I'd probably want a male.
They're
Male.
called sons.
A
alright?
son.
I want a male one.
I want a male.
No, it wouldn't be my son.
Oh my
It's a
God.
hermaphrodite, but it's more towards the male side of things.
No, he wouldn't have a son because
realise-
he doesn't want one from him. He will just like adopt a male child so he can beat it up without feeling guilty.
He thought we were
No, I
talking
want
about
just
sexual
I want a son because of then I can make him like a prodigy because males earn more than
Yeah.
females in sports, and then they can support me.
Maybe in sports, yeah, but
yeah.
how
Oh,
are you
no, it
gonna?
depends
to
on the
be like-
sport. Women in tennis make quite a bit of money.
Yeah, but not as
Men in
much as
tennis
the men.
make more though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
men
true.
tennis make more.
In sporting, men definitely make more than women
It's
do.
because
Yeah, but
men's
what if you end
sports are
up
so
with a
much more
son that's
interesting.
completely fucking lazy?
Men are just like
No,
so
then
much.
I'll disown him. He'll be on the street. I don't care what age.
You'll be on the street. It's
Yeah.
like you can't. You're 3 years old and you
doesn't
can't
want to
walk
kick
yet.
a footy.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
He's never going to be a professional walker. You're on the
I'm
street.
gonna try
If he's not
again.
playing, if he's not getting paid to play soccer or something,
By the
by,
age
like,
of 3.
the age of 5, he's out
By the age of 5.
into a
You gotta say
orphanage.
that, like the moment he's born, just say that to his face. Just be like,
It's like
hey, you listen to me.
it's like, hey, it's a baby boy. All right, give me a. Now you listen up. You're not a professional footy player in either Manchester United or Chelsea. By the age of 5, you're fucking on the street.
That's what it's going to be like. If you're not the next David Beckham, then you're off. You're on your ass.
Ronaldinho. Or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Uh,
I think it's about time we wrap this up, hey?
I think it's
Yeah.
about time we
And
go.
when you go watch like an awesome movie or something.
Hey, look, we've got a new guest.
Hey,
now.
look at this.
We got a new
Like you
guest.
said,
now.
hey, look, it's Jace.
And he's wearing clothes.
That's a new one.
No, he looks exactly the same.
He looks like Dex.
Wow.
Hey, Dex, you have a twin.
Wow.
Except he's
Hey,
like
what?
older and more handsome looking.
Yeah.
They look
not
the
a
same to
gum.
me. No offense.
Oh, that's because you live in New South Wales.
Alright,
really
anyway, that's where we're
fucking-
going to wrap up.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up. So,
Yeah.
You still haven't
Oh.
answered my. You still haven't answered my.
I
would you
don't
rather.
remember
No,
any
you
Would
can
You
get
Rather by
fucked.
Macca. I don't remember anything. We're signing off
We're
now.
just gonna be
Goodbye,
the whole
everybody.
thing.
See you later.